What an action-packed day here at K&S WRESTLEFEST, and we are topping it off with the icing on the cake, Gillberg and the bad boy, Barry Hart.
I got one question for you, man. Capital of Thailand, Bangkok.
Oh!
Completely damaged! Completely damaged!
Damaged fans, I am with the one and only Ricky, the Dragon Steamboat. Ricky, it's an honor and a privilege right now. Thank you for your time.
Well, you're welcome. It's always a good thing to come and do one of these things. A lot of deja vu keeps hitting me. A lot of fans remember some of the stuff that I was doing back in the day, and it's a good feeling.
Thank you. Now, what inspired you to become a professional wrestler?
Well, you know, I did some amateurs in school, all right, and did okay at it. At that time, when I got out of high school, I had my high school so-called sweetheart went to Minnesota, and she went there to be a NWA, which was Northwest Orient Airlines flight attendant, and her roommate at the time was Donna Gagne, Vern Gagne's daughter.
Wow.
So they got to talking, what did your boyfriend do, and this and that and this and that, and we kept a long distance relationship going, and I would call her up and she told me about Vern Gagne and gave me a starting date at the camp, and there wasn't anything that I was ambitiously searching or looking out for. I grew up in Florida, so I would watch Florida Championship Wrestling with Gordon Soley as a kid, and so I said, well, I'll give it a shot because I did wrestle amateurs, and I had to learn the entertainment factor of it. And I went up to Vern's camp, and 3 months of that, and then here I'm out in the circuit, and I guess the rest is history. So I guess really what we do, we have to thank my old high school sweetheart girl, who ran into Donna, who was Vern's daughter, that got me the know-how.
Wow. Now you have some amazing feuds with Ric Flair, WrestleMania 3 at the Pontiac Silverdome with Macho Man Randy Savage, and also some stuff in ROH with Mick Foley and CM Punk.
Yeah.
First, let's talk about Ric Flair. What were your thoughts on your matches with him?
I think, Flair and I had a good blend. At the time, it was white hat, dark hat, heels and faces. And it was pretty dominant at that time, blonde hair, black hair, completely opposite in looks, completely opposite in the way we thought about life, which was a great matchup. Opposites attract. Plus the fact that we had after being in a couple of matches with him, we both had a lot of respect for each other. And on the business side of it, knew that there was money there.
Exactly.
So, the rest is history. There were about 7 or 8 years in the Mid-Atlantic area. We wrestled each other many, many, many hundreds of times. Randy Savage was another different animal, but the fact on that one is I try to blend, like a chameleon. So, and I had great matches with Don Morocco and Jake the Snake Roberts and Bret Hart, so I would look at the guy across from me and see what his strengths were and try to capitalize on it. So bottom line to me was to make a good showing and make sure the match turned out to be a great match.
How is your son doing in the business? And do you agree with him following in your footsteps and being a wrestler?
Well, he grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina, and that's where I still live. And that's NASCAR country.
Yes, it
big.
is.
And he wanted to be a race car driver. So at an early age, about 8, 9, I started him out in go-karting. And he worked his way all the way up to the full-size cars, okay? That was probably about 3 or 4 years ago. We had sponsors, but then the economy fell on its butt. Sponsors dropped off. You need sponsors to race. So then he just came up to me and said, hey, Dad, maybe I ought to try what you did. Never, not once did I ever approach him. I never, not once said it to him. His love was racing. I tried my best to support him at that, but then when the economy fell and the sponsors dropped off, he came to me. And he did wrestle amateur in school. Okay. He did do very well at it, but I knew where his heart was, and I never wanted to put his back up against a wall or put him in a predicament, because I knew where his heart really was. So, but when he came to me and I said, okay, let's see if it's something that you really want. So started out with George South. in Charlotte. Sent him to Harley Race's camp. Sent him over to Japan to Noah's, the Japanese group over there. He lived at the dojo for 3 months. He got his butt handed to him every day from the Japs. Came back, sent him down to Puerto Rico for Carlos Colon. Came back from there, sent him over to Europe. He worked over there for 2 or 3 months. So I sent him out, and it was the first time he was ever away from home. And it was a true test on to see, you got to have a lot of love and passion if you want to be in this business, at least if you want to be successful. And he came back from each one of those times, and he said, "Dad, you got any more for me?" So after all that, I said, "Well, you've earned your stripes. I think now we go down to Tampa, which is where the WWE has their training grounds." And he's been down there for about a year, and I think sometime in this year of 2011, it's going to be a good year for him. He may get called up to get a look-see. So that's where we're at.
Now, were there any similarities as far as life on the road and him learning what it's like to be away from the family and everything?
Well, there's a lot. I wanted him to, I sort of old school him.
Good.
And a lot of the guys that know me or grew up at the same time and worked with me at the same time, they understood what I was doing to my son, and they thought it was good. It would really make him appreciate, this business. He is a chip off the old block. I mean, he does my arm drag. Nice. Yeah, he does the stuff off the top with the dives and everything, and he's. But then again, this is 2011, and he's taken a couple things to another level. It's not like Ricky Steamboat in 1985, but you do see some glimpses of it. Yeah, during the match you'll see. Sometimes I'm watching him in the ring and I'm watching him work, and I'm almost it almost looked like me for a second, But he's going to be good. He's going to be good. He's going to be all right.
Good. And what were your thoughts for WrestleMania this past year?
Oh, what a great WrestleMania!
Yeah.
What a great WrestleMania! Big stunning thing with The Rock.
Yes.
Next year's WrestleMania in Miami, you're going to be with him and John Cena. The match of the night to me was Taker and Triple H. Boy, what a ride did he take? They take everybody, and being in the business and being and working for the WWE, I didn't want to know anything about that match. I wanted to sit there and watch that match like everybody else that night, 71,000 plus all the pay-per-view people, and watch it happen as it unfolded right before your eyes. And boy, what a ride they took us on, huh?
Yes,
Up and down. Who's going to win this match? And this and that. It was a match of the night.
Well, I gotta say, first off, from a fan's point of view, I appreciate everything you do for us fans in the ring, and thank you so much for just the interview and everything that you do for us. And just want to say thank you very much.
Well, hey, you're welcome. I don't mind doing this stuff. Autograph sessions, interviews. It's a way of giving back. Without you guys and without everybody else out there, none of this would be possible. With the wrestling fans that come and buy a ticket, and the blue-collar workers that are working so hard to keep their families going, but they still buy a ticket and come out and watch the guys. You got to give their thanks to them. Without any of that, none of us would be here.
So basically, guys, we got Ricky Steamboat right here, RC, and you got to remember, you can't keep it nice and neat. Always keep it completely damaged. Thank you, Steamboat.
I like that.
You like that? Thank you very much, man.
All right, guys.
What an action-packed day here at K&S WrestleFest, and we're topping it off with the icing on the cake, Gillberg and the bad boy, Barry Hardy.
I got one question for you, man. Capital of Thailand, Bangkok.
Oh, you never know what Gillberg's going to do.
Bad boy, what's up with the Gillberg, man?
Oh, man, I don't know. He's been this way all weekend.
Gillberg, why did you do that, man? Why'd you do that?
I'm in a good mood. What can I say, man? How you doing there?
I was doing all right, man. I was doing all right, but you guys,
happy to see you.
Are you guys enjoying your time here?
I'm loving it, man. Loving it. I got to see a lot of people, man, that I really haven't seen in years. I love doing this stuff. There's nothing like it.
Now I want to know, how is the Gillberg Pro Wrestling Academy doing?
It's doing great, man. It's unbelievable. I'm actually talking to somebody getting ready to open one in about 5 months in Arizona. We got MCW. It's going wild. We got Rage TV on TV now. It's filmed right out of Gillberg School. It's awesome. It's unbelievable. Go to RageTV.com and you can watch Rage TV.
Now, what were your thoughts on the Job Squad gimmick with the meanie and the rest of them?
I loved it, man. Who better to be in the Job Squad? Come on, he had the Job Squad. I'm like, hey, where am I at, man? I ain't up there. In all honesty, and all of a sudden, hey, we're gonna put you in the Job Squad. Yeah.
Now, can we see a future maybe a reunion of Bad Boy and Gillberg?
What are you gonna call it? Ancient and old dust? Not gold dust, old dust, baby.
Oh no. Come on, man. Gillberg Academy, nothing better than right here.
Hey, man, you got it, man. But you know, at our age, we fart dust, man.
That's true.
But you never know.
Very true.
Nah, you never know, man. We might just do it, just for one last hurrah. You know, go out for one more run for about 2 or 3 months. We might do
Well,
it.
make sure you let Completely Damaged know. We'll be right there with
We
you.
really will, for sure. We really will.
Guys, we got Gillberg, the Bad Boy Barry Hardy. You can only find this.
Japan. He didn't know the answer, did he?
Oh man, you
And make
never
sure you
know.
Stay tuned to Completely Damaged, baby,
That's
because this
right.
is where it's at.
Because if you don't, you're gonna get it, baby.
Completely damaged! Completely damaged!
Oh yeah, you got the Bad Boy Barry Hardy along with
Gillberg, baby, and let me tell you one thing, baby. You have been completely damaged.